the one issue we have not talked about in an open and honest way, and that's the real property tax relief issue. Now, I'd like to have a debate about your plan and my plan right now. So let's debate right now, Mr. Speaker. Let's debate your plan and my plan.
So why aren't you discussing taxes in public?
I think we've discussed taxes in public till now, and we will move to taxes tomorrow.
I don't think we discussed them till now. I haven't heard a word about taxes except what I've said here. Somebody's talking about it. It's not being talked about here.
Jim, you had your press conference at 4 o'clock.
You're having a press conference now?
That's
You're
right.
talking?
I'm having a press conference.
Well,
now.
is this your space here or is it public?
No, it's my space.
Oh, this is your
Don't
space.
interrupt.
Okay.
And you know within this document, there's what's called the Second Amendment. And you've heard what a portion of that says. It says the people's right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Amendment number 2. You're going to turn that into Amendment 1.5 today because you're going to diminish it seriously.
Well, the biggest bully in the state of New York isn't in one of our schools. He's on the second floor of the Capitol over there in the executive level, okay? And maybe we got to add Elliot Spitzer's name to that bill. Come back and make an amendment and say we're going to protect you against all bullying, even the most powerful elected official in the state of New York. But we are going to stand up to him.
New York Governor Elliot Spitzer's outrageous proposal to give driver's license away to illegal aliens is now dead.
The 18.5 million people in New York State who sent a wonderful message to the governor and to the state legislature here and across this nation. They are the strongest and most powerful voices in this democracy. They stood up, they sent the letters, they sent the emails, they traveled to the Capitol to picket this governor and challenge him on this, and they deserve the credit for this win to roll back this misguided policy to give illegal aliens driver's licenses. If you think, Governor, if you're listening, I got a challenge for you. If you think the holy grail of improving our education is Common Core testing, I got a challenge. I want you to sit in the red room. I'll bring in the 5th grade Common Core math test, the 5th grade Common Core English test, and then we'll evaluate what your scores are and we'll release them to the public. And I believe you won't prove you're smarter than a 5th grader when we're done. People have stood up here and said this bill is progress. This bill is regress. For the printing and the paper and the whole process of providing these bills on our desk, filling the document rooms with pieces of legislation, providing legislative digests every single week to the legislative offices, providing memos to us. Is there any line item in our legislative budget which outlines the cost of that printing, the paper, and the dissemination?
It's about $13 million when we piece it all together.
$13 million. Wow.
There it is. The bill has been signed. It's law. And Buster's bill is Buster's law to protect pets and companion animals in New York State.
It's the animals that Steve, the Bone Steels, and Assemblyman Jim Tedisco of Schenectady have been fighting for. Tedisco co-sponsored the bill.
Here's the least of our creatures, Buster the cat, who they poured kerosene on, lit on fire, brutalized, and turned around the entire state in terms of animal cruelty, changed it from a misdemeanor to a felony. Tremendous power with the least of our creatures.